first car wash place they sent me to, this bike's never going to be clean again, is the type just for cars that you go through. But if you go down the road on University to Laser Wash, about a mile down on the right, they should be self-serve and have pressure washers. Although it feels like it's going to rain enough in the next 2 days that I shouldn't really have to worry about this, but I think it's... I gave the bike a hose last night at the camp. At best 50% of the dirt came off, so it's going to need some high pressure or hot water or something. I've got the worst of it off the engine, I think, but that's the main bit. But cosmetically, yeah, the bike's a year old and it looks 10 years old right now. And also, I'm not sure if this stuff is actually corrosive or if it's left on there, this calcium chloride or whatever the chemical is. We are in Fairbanks. It is, the high today is 15 degrees Celsius, which is okay. It's a lot better than we have, so dressed rather lightly. I'm going to stay here for an extra night because it's raining over the whole state of Alaska, and I've got footage to download, things to do. I haven't even formed a proper plan of where I'm going yet, so we are just leaving the Sven's hostel base camp place for a couple of hours, get the bike cleaned, go downtown Fairbanks, see what there is, and maybe have some lunch or kill some time. See if we can figure out how this works. Oh, smoking. Right. Right, pretty grey day. Bike is relatively clean. I'm looking down and seeing all the spots I've missed now. But it's not too bad. I think the rain will deal with the rest of it. Thankfully, that was about a 10-minute pressure wash. Thankfully, the bike started up just fine, so I haven't hosed anything essential. We are going to stop by the local Honda dealer, which I think is more of an ATV dealer, just to see if there's anything else we might need. And then we're going to go downtown to a clothing store called Big Ray's, because that seemed appropriate. I don't really know what to expect. Everything's very flat here. When you think downtown, you think, you know, taller buildings, and I haven't seen any at all. But yeah, we're just going to explore Fairbanks a little bit, and I think I managed to get water into the rear turn signals, so we'll have to take them apart when we get back to the camp. If we've done this right, there's an Ace Hardware somewhere on the left. Up here, there is! Haven't messed it up for once. Alright, so we're going to go in here and around the back of the Ace Hardware. Right, flashing yellow means we can go if it's clear. Well, on the service. Alright, let's go in. I do see a bike there. Is that gonna fit? I guess you got that thing in there. Right, we're off to Karen Way. Cool little dealership, a lot of ATVs, but also a couple of Hondas and quite a few BMWs. I had not realised that a loaded BMW 1250 GS was $28,000 plus tax. It's kind of crazy. Makes this thing look like an absolute bargain. I'm also noticing how much dirt is still on this bike. That was after a 10-minute pressure wash. Oh, there was a weird noise there. Alright, now off to downtown. See what we find. Oh, and if you're ever up here and you need a chainsaw, find a motorcycle dealer. That seems to be the pattern. Yeah, I'm happy to be taking a day off. Just sort any issues that need sorting, repack everything. Most of all, I'm going to go to Safeway and buy the best steak they have and cook myself a nice meal for dinner. They've got a decent kitchen at the camp, but I feel like people just use it for teas and coffees and stuff, or instant meals, you know. I am going to make the place smell fantastic. And now we found the bowling alley. And some cute houses. Right, it's not all so industrial. Yeah, this is the, I guess the friendlier part of town, the part that isn't all the fast food restaurants or little Chinese, Mexican places. Nice bed and breakfast, Alaska Heritage House. Yeah, has a feel of Oregon to it a little bit. Yep, this is downtown for sure, so let's get parked and take a walk around and see what's open on this rainy Saturday morning. Romance Bookstore, King Crab Burgers, Soapy Smith's. The cafe, alright, sending us round the block. Crepes, okay, that's what we're doing. Kind of given up on following traffic laws for a while. What's this? 9 till 6 2-hour parking. I will take it. That creperie is doing amazing business. Sorely tempted, but the line is out the door, and also I'm going to make a big dinner, so I'm not going to have a filling lunch. Went into Big Ray's, quite a big outfitter for winter clothing and waterproofing and workwear, and I did succumb and buy a nice new top layer. There's the post office. There is a post office at Coldfoot, so this is not the most northerly post office. And we are going right. So downtown effectively is kind of a couple of blocks, and that's about it. A lot of businesses that are shut or unoccupied, but a couple of bars, restaurants, jewelers, and a big gift shop, and a couple of outfitters. And prices, I mean, in line with anything BC, Yukon, Alaska, so maybe a little more than you pay somewhere else, but not insane, unless you're talking about the skimpiest Canada Goose down jacket being $800. So the plan now is Safeways, nice dinner, and some cleaning supplies to finish cleaning this bike, because the dirt on the haul road is so kind of greasy that just the pressure wash wasn't going to do it, and the foam brush wouldn't have got to everything either, so we'll finish off by hand, especially down here. It really is sticky stuff, so best not let it get too dried on. No danger of that this week though in Alaska. The rain isn't that bad. So if it's like this tomorrow, there's no reason not to continue. The guy in the outfitters was telling me that the rain is unfortunate, but the state needs it because of all the forest fires, and he's absolutely right. So we shall just put up with it. Our route now depends if we go to Valdez, if we want to go the Denali Highway. The national park is shut, so I don't know how that affects the road south, so that's something to research. So we either head to Valdez or Talkeetna, eventually Anchorage, Whittier, and then Haines, which you have to exit Alaska, run through Canada, then back into Alaska again. So it's a much bigger distance than you'd imagine, just to end up in the same state. 2 to 3 days, I would think. Right, that definitely has to be America's most northerly IMAX theatre. I think we can be pretty sure on that one. Asian Bistro, McDonald's, Wendy's, a lot of fast food. Might be safe to say that the people around here are not on the super skinny side. The clothing in the motorcycle dealer on the rack. 1 item small, 1 medium, 10 large, 50 extra large plus. I think they know their market. I have to say, I think I'm bonding more with this bike. You know, even through all the gear changes over and over and everything like that. Yeah, I think I am bonding more with it, and I think it's partially because of the way it treated me yesterday and how well we did on that drying haul road, and it looked after me just fine. Like somebody else said, it's probably one of the best bikes for that road. All the tension, all the stress of the rain and going up and not being able to see anything, and the slipperiness and the mud was gone yesterday, and it was thanks to this bike. Thank God I put the heated grips on, even though it's taken 10 minutes to come through the foam. It is a big help. Yeah, the highway stuff and the route back, and I'm not particularly loving the idea of crossing the whole of Canada again, so we're definitely going to try and go standby on the boat. So this is Sven's base camp. In there, all the cars parked outside and the motorcycles can go in, which I think is a lovely touch. Right now, Safeways. We're not in danger of speeding that often, but certainly the stop signs, I'm kind of just taking a more relaxed attitude to it. And I know what it is, it's the Cassier coming up, I think. There's no one there, no one's policing it, there's no authorities, nobody in control. So you just kind of be sensible and just do your own thing, and no one's going to say anything. But since then, stop signs have just kind of become meaningless. I have to get out of that habit. Right, back to base camp with our dinner supplies, and we'll do some cleaning and maintenance.